everybody. Welcome to the Huddle. Scott Taylor, Cody Bandura, the man with the camera, who has been all over. You've been at the Premier Football Factory. You've been at the recruiting classes of the University of Manitoba. We are going off. We're going off. Yeah, you've been a couple of times. We're going off to Elmwood High School. We've been there.
Yeah.
We've been everywhere.
It's been pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. You're having
I get to go on camera. What's not to like?
Exactly. Big show. I'm excited about the show today because I'm excited about our first guest. It's Kelly Butler, who's going to come on and talk about the MS Societies playing for a purpose. Last year there was a big game. It was Vincent Massey against Dakota at Investors Group Field. It was a really, really great night and did a lot for both high school football and for the MS Society and for Kelly's foundation playing for a purpose. This year they're going 3 days. The third, I believe, in Brandon, the fourth in Kenora, and the fifth at Investors Group Field with a doubleheader.
Doubleheader, right?
Yeah, so we're going to have Kelly come on and talk a lot more about it. Dave Donaldson's coming in to talk about what it's like to be a referee. Kerri Smith's coming in for the Wolfpack. She's great. Christian Krause from the Mount Douglas Rams. You interviewed Christian out at the University of Manitoba. Hudson Boucha, a great player, the Kenora Broncos. He's been just a great just one of the best players ever to come out of Kenora. And Mac Ginter-Boyce, who a lot of people don't know, but he's from Steinbach, a running back, really a talent. So we got a couple of kids from outside the city. We got Kelly Butler coming right up, Cody Bandura, Scott Taylor. This is The Huddle, community created on Shaw TV. Come on back. As promised in our intro, Kelly Butler, playing for a purpose. Former Blue Bomber. I'm more impressed with the fact you were a former Detroit Lion.
Well, thank you. I'm impressed to be here with you.
Oh, aren't you sweet? Did I buy that car from you, or did I buy it from somebody else in your shop?
You bought it from somebody else, which hurt me because I thought we were friends.
So did I. Yeah. I don't know why I ended up with somebody else. Because
it happens.
It's Brent's sales fault.
We'll blame my boss.
Yeah, blame your boss. Kelly Butler is the man behind playing for a purpose. The MS game last year was, I thought, sensational. Dakota and Vincent Massey.
Yes,
I thought it was a tremendous, not only a tremendous game, but a tremendous project. This year, bigger, better, huger, and all over the province, and even into another province.
Yes.
So tell us what's going to happen.
I mean, and I might be the driving force, but I got a great team that I'm working with that's allowing this to happen, and that's why I called Winnipeg my home, because the community is they get behind something because they're very compassionate. So this year, it's exciting. Vincent Massey and St. Paul's are going to be the headliner at IG Fields right now, Investors Group Field. Secondly, we're going to have a back-to-back game, so we're going to have Dakota.
So
two games at the game, and then going out there expanding. Once again, it's going to be at Brandon. There's going to be a game in Brandon, and there's going to be a game in Kenora. So it's going out.
That's tremendous. Because those communities have picked up football so well over the last 10 years.
Right.
They've made it a big sport in each of their communities, and they deserve big games.
They deserve big games, and a lot of times it takes people to challenge themselves and go outside their comfort zone. And that's one of those things is sometimes you look at people not doing enough, and I feel like giving back and helping the community, helping the kids, going out there bringing awareness for MS and bringing everybody together, it's one of the reasons why it's a driving force, because when you're able to find your purpose, while the play on words, playing for a purpose, it drives you, and you're doing it for the right reasons, and people can see it's genuine. And now people are coming behind the scenes and doing so many things. Donna Boyd, John Mackey, and a lot of individuals with the Bombers, Wade Miller. These guys, this community has been able to allow this to happen, and being passionate about kids and being passionate about giving back is something that's why this is going in the direction it's going.
Okay, so most people should know you in this town, but if they don't, most football fans should know you. Most football fans.
I was okay at best, but you made me sound like I was better than what I really was.
Well, look at. There's a theory.
Okay.
The older we get, the better we were. I live by it. But you played at Purdue.
Yes, I did.
You played in the NFL.
Played in the NFL.
Played with the Bombers. You know what it's like to get to the top. So when you talk to these kids, you can tell them what you have to do and how hard you have to work.
I find it takes a group of individuals to go out there and inspire and encourage one individual to go out there and make it to the top. And that's one of the reasons why I was able to do this. Some people don't know I lost both my parents at a young age and had a lot of people play a pivotal role in allowing me to be able to reach those levels of success. And it's not so much about playing sports. It's not so much about what it is. It's about finding your purpose and staying motivated to be able to overcome adversity, because you and I both know, and everybody that's watching, there's going to be some sort of adversity. in your life and being able to follow through with your dreams and not giving up. So my purpose was being able to give back to make the youth more prepared today so they're better for tomorrow. And that's the biggest thing why I'm trying to do this.
Let's talk about charity. It's MS, multiple sclerosis.
Yes.
Has that affected your life?
It did affect my life. My mother was diagnosed at a young age with MS, and it was something as a young child you don't know. When you look at somebody who's your superhero, somebody that you inspire and encourages and love to have that. And that was something that was the driving force. So I was approached by MS last year to do the MS walk, and through that and that emotion, that passion, that drive, and being able to leave a legacy behind for my parents and a legacy to leave this place a better place than when I got here, that inspired Playing for a Purpose and allowed myself and a lot of great individuals to come together to do this. And I was able to bring on one of my former teammates, Stuart Schwager. His sister has MS. So collectively bringing...
Stuart did the jerseys last year.
Stuart did the jerseys and did a phenomenal job.
They were spectacular.
They were. Those jerseys, the black, white, and red, it was a beautiful thing to go out there and inspire the kids to be able to say, I'm playing in a game at the Bomber Stadium for football. A great cause. And that's one of the things is it's a unique experience to be able to tell your kids about saying, I got to play in the first game or the second game. And then the community comes out and says, they might not ever play after high school football, but you can go out there for the rest of your life and say, I got to play at the Bomber Stadium. I got to play in the Playing for a Purpose game. The community gets to come out and be a part of something. It's a great thing to be a part of in any shape, form, or size.
September 5th, IGF.
Yes.
Brandon. Kenora.
So the third will be Brandon, the fourth will be Kenora, and then the back-to-back hitter at the other fifth at the Bomber Stadium.
Have fun. We'll talk.
I'll see you there.
Well, of course, but we'll talk lots more between.
Will we now?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. I love this guy. You're just so pretty.
Kelly Butler, everybody. We'll be back. We got lots more on the Huddle. It's community created here on Shaw TV.
Welcome back to the Huddle. I'm John Mackey here with the commissioner of the WHSFL and longtime friend of the Huddle program.
Yes.
We have a little bit of a segment here. We discuss the high school football
high school
league.
Guys, yeah.
You know what? I'm a huge fan of this league. I know the players in there better than I know, the CFL players and stuff like that. It intrigues me. I love high school football. It's almost getting to that point. Let's chat about some of the players that are coming up this season. I have my eye on Trevor Wright, the running back from St. Paul's. He was a part of the AA team that won the championship. My goodness, he was a force in the Red River Cup.
Yeah.
This guy is tough to take down. What's your take on Trevor?
You know what? You're right. He's tough to take down. He's a kid who runs north-south really well. I don't think he knows what a boundary is.
Yeah.
He hasn't found it yet unless they're taking him off the field. He's just a good, hard, tough runner. You rarely bring him down with the first man. You have to gang tackle him, and you have to get a good stick on him. If you don't, he's going to bowl you over. He runs low, he runs hard, he protects the ball well. In the championship game last year against Garden City, there was one play where he must have carried about 4 or 5 guys for about 8 yards.
Well, not only that, but his breakaway speed.
Once he's gone, he's gone.
Once he gets into that secondary, it's over for.
It's not even so much for him getting to the second level. It's him getting that crack.
Yeah.
And he's gone.
Yeah.
So he's got that speed, he's got that power, and that's a great gift in our league. That's a great gift. That makes St. Paul's AAA scary this coming season.
Oh boy, here comes St. Paul's again. To talk about the defensive players that we should be watching.
You know what? I just sort of look at that whole St. Paul's defense. They're very good. And rather than single one guy out, they're very good. My take on that right now is going to be how are they affected by Jason Park leaving, going to the Rifles?
Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting point.
You know, Jason's been their defensive coordinator for a long time. His systems have been very sound. He brings out the best. He brings out the absolute best in everybody there. Linebackers and D-line, he does a great job. Now, Owen Ferguson's back.
Yeah. He's a very good defensive back
coach. So he's back, and he'll have that continuity in the secondary.
Yeah, you talk about other teams around the league, though. I mean, Mason Bennett for Vincent Massey, he's been having a lot of noise through the offseason. He's doing all the right work. You see him working hard on all the different programs
he just
that he's
got back
in.
from those U.S. programs.
Yeah.
And Mason's just an unbelievable kid. I mean, I don't think he's grown into himself yet.
Yeah.
You know, like he's a big boy.
He's a big guy already.
And he's going to get bigger. And his willingness to learn, his dedication, his determination is second to none. and he makes Vincent Massey very, very strong on his own. Now, I know that, he was talking that he played both ways and everything else. You just keep him in that rush end spot, he's going to just destroy people.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so too. And, Kelsey's, again, they're going to be top ranked going into this season.
And I'll throw a little shout out here because we've got St. Paul's against Vincent Massey in
Is
the
that
MS
1 and 2?
game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be 1 and 2. So that's going to be the MS game. So that's given 1 and 2 first week of the season. That's going to be just
excellent.
It's going to be the best football you can find. Yeah. It's unbelievable. And going back to what you said, our league is just dynamite. It is.
Hey, again,
it's great.
It's high school football. It's coming up. It's 2014. We're going to have lots more to talk about throughout the season. As we move forward.
You know what? One of the guys I got to hype is went from an A school, St. John's, inner city school, Riley Nepinek.
Hey, yeah, that's right, Riley.
Riley has he was out at Dave Donaldson's Premier Factory Camp, and he had people looking at him then. He was turning heads. He actually made a couple guys break ankles.
Really?
Yeah. And then he went to the Rifles camp.
Yeah. And
he has stood them on his head. The Rifles are just amazed at him. They had no knowledge he existed. But Riley, and in fact, the best comment I can give you about Riley was last year in the 8-on-8 when they played the Winnipeg Police Services. Mm-hmm. They couldn't stop talking about him.
Wow.
This kid is a very legitimate stud. He's playing A-ball. That just goes to show you that the level of talent in every one of our divisions is exceptional, absolutely exceptional.
Absolutely. I'm super excited about it. We'll have more here on The Huddle. I'm John Mackey here with the commissioner of the WHSFL. This is Community Created on Shaw TV.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to The Huddle. We're at the Winnipeg High School Football League Awards Banquet. We're at Canadians Polo Park. And I am very lucky, as always, to have as my guest the greatest referee in the history of all refereeing. Guy got to blow a little smoke, Dave. Come on.
That's a lot of smoke.
You know how I love referees. Dave Donaldson, you had a tremendous year because you did CFL, you did the Bisons,
right.
You did high school, you did all sorts of football. Tell us about your year of officiating. Well, and by the way, this is a guy who played 10 years in the Canadian Football League, and now he's gone to the dark side.
The dark side.
And you love it.
Well, you know what? Absolutely. Being an official, coming from the playing side of things, definitely you call it the dark side. But I'm one of them now. So the playing.
But you like it.
Well, you know what? As an amateur, I started in 2007 as an amateur official. It took me 6 years to become a professional official. I had to pay my dues, had to get my levels. So, it takes a bit of humility, I think, for anyone to come from where, playing the game as a gladiator to starting from square one. But I tell you what, the most exciting part about officiating for me has always been, always will be, officiating the young guys, the high school kids. JV, the 10, 11.
Yeah, because we talked off air, and you do CFL games.
Right.
But you enjoy watching the kids at the high school level get better and better and better.
Oh, absolutely. When you see these kids coming from JV, and then 3 years later, because again, I've been officiating amateurs for so long, you get to see the kid now graduate and play at the next level, the university level or wherever. It's pretty cool, and you never look to as adored as an official. You're never loved as an official, but the kids recognize who you are, and the Bernie Novaks, if you know who Bernie Novak is, but that guy's been
52
officiating.
years?
Yeah, he's been officiating before I was born, and there's a bit of tradition and history in this province and all over Canada for officiating, just as there is for the game, the players and the coaches. So I have a respect now for what we do as officials.
Tell us a little bit about how your CFL season went and what's in the future there.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you didn't see me on the football field at all this season, that means I've done my job. So, I'm pretty excited about the fact that some people ask me, hey, Dave, did you even officiate this year?
And you're proud of that.
That's the biggest compliment you can get. The biggest compliment. So, I think I had a great year based on the fact that I wasn't seen or heard. I made some tough calls when I had to. Being an official, there's 7 of us on the field, so we're a team. So I think our team did very well. And a few of my members from our team went and did the Grey Cup. Our head ref from my crew, Kim Murphy.
Yes.
So
was the head ref
of the Grey Cup, and he was part of. So we're evaluated week in and week out as officials, professional officials. And we're graded, right? And obviously I kind of did my job to help him look good. That's my perspective,
that's how you
right?
have to look at it. Yeah, you're part of the
absolutely,
team.
because
Exactly,
we're a team. Because if he makes a bad call, if we make a mistake out there, even though he's the guy administering the game on the mic, we all get the blame. So I'm going to take the credit along with the blame.
Great fun. Dave Donaldson. When we come back, we got lots more. We're live, but we'll be on tape. Right, because that's the way it works. It's the Huddle. We're at the Winnipeg High School Football League Awards Banquet. We're at Canada's Polo Park, and we'll be back right after this. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Huddle. Scott Taylor, Kerri Smith, my new best friends we just met. Defensive lineman with the longest name in all of football, the North Winnipeg Nomads Wolfpack.
Yes.
But I'm just going to call you Wolfpack.
Yes.
You're an interior defensive lineman.
Yes.
That's got to be a tough job every week, beating people up like that.
No.
You don't ever beat up quarterbacks? You don't chase them down? You don't beat up
I
running
enjoy
backs?
it. It doesn't mean it's tough.
You just like it.
Right.
Now, how long have you done this?
This will be my 4th season coming up.
Now, when you started playing football, had you ever played the game before?
No. No, I actually was recruited by Adrian's father,
Richard,
when I was working at a company that made our jerseys. He saw me walking down the hallway and brought me in and said, "You would be perfect." I was like, I don't know about this. And
now, had you played sports in high school, college, any place?
yes, I played hockey, basketball, volleyball, baseball, pretty much anything that was offered by the school, I played.
So this wasn't new for you? It wasn't.
No.
I mean, football's a different game, but the
Very
reality
different.
was, as an athlete,
Yeah.
you were prepared to do this.
Yes and no, because I'm already a little bit older than I was in high school, so I had spent a lot of
25, 26?
No, I had spent a lot of time sitting on my butt for several years.
That's what we do here.
Work, life, whatever,
Yeah,
and
sure.
so I didn't realize that this was an option, and I'm glad that I've taken the opportunity to do it.
Do you like it?
I love it. Everything about it. Football is like no other sport that I've ever played. Like, you can play team sports, but it's not the same. Like, you have 12 people that rely on each other to make one thing happen.
It is the ultimate team sport, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
Like, you can
The
get one
mentality
guy,
is
you can
completely
get one guy
different.
in basketball, and he
Yeah.
can win games for you.
Absolutely.
But one person in football can't win games for you.
No, it's team. Everything is team. Everything you do is team. Everything you think is team. And I love that. It's
Now,
like a family.
the number of times we've had Amy and Adrian on the show,
Yes.
and what they always bring up is the camaraderie of the club. Mm-hmm. What's it like?
It's like a family. It is. It really is. Like, we do things off season. Like, we're a big family. We don't split up and that's it. And we don't wait to see each other the next year. We're always doing something. Always. It's fun and it's great. Like, Adrian's my best friend. So.
Yeah, but she's an offensive lineman. Usually the offensive line hangs
I know,
together.
right?
The D-line hangs together. Yeah. Good to meet you.
Good to meet
Don't
you
hit
too.
me too hard.
Never.
Kerri Smith from the North Winnipeg Nomads Wolfpack, the best women's football team. You won.
Yes.
You won twice locally. That was a
We
big
did.
year.
Absolutely.
2-2 is a big year. You're only
Yeah.
getting better too.
Absolutely. It's going to be great.
Terrific stuff. Thanks, Kerri, very
Thank
much.
you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Huddle. I'm Cody Bandura. With me right now, I have Christian Krause. How you doing today, Christian?
Not too bad.
So you're an O-line, D-line switch, right?
Yeah, I play both ways.
You're all Canadian. You're a provincial all-star, and you're a 3-time champ.
Yeah, it's been busy a few years here.
You had a pretty good high school career then.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
How'd you guys' season go this year?
We lost first game and then we just picked it up, and obviously won our third provincial championship.
So you guys went 11-1.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good. How old were you when you first started playing football?
I was about 7 years old.
Do you remember what position you first started out as?
I was a center when I first started.
And then where did you move along after that?
Just to guard, played some tackle, and then just anywhere on the line really.
On the defensive side, what position do you play?
Nose tackle. Yeah.
O-line or D-line? What do you pick?
O-line definitely.
You like O-line better?
Yeah. O-line.
What do you like about it specifically?
I just like how like there's a formed play, but you know where you're going, and then you just punish the defense.
What would be the best part of being part of the Bisons?
Just being a part of this team. It'd be amazing. Like, all the guys are just a unit, and then the facilities and the coaches. Can't ask for anything better.
Why specifically did you pick the Bisons?
It feels like the right fit, you know.
How far do you want to go in football?
I want to play CFL or NFL. Yeah.
It doesn't matter to you?
Just as long as I can play.
As long as you get paid to play, right?
Exactly.
Who's your favorite team and player?
Probably I'm gonna go with Kyle Long for Bears. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great player, and I like his dad too.
Yeah, that's history right there.
Do you play any other sports?
No.
Do you like any other sports?
Not really. Nothing stands out to me.
Just football.
Football, yeah.
Okay, my last question. What do you think the biggest difference between growing up playing football in Canada and growing up playing football in the U.S. is?
I think it's harder in Canada, just less acknowledgement and stuff like that. There's kind of less resources, but I think it builds better players just because you respect the game more, I think.
Well, it was great chatting with you. Hope you have a great season. I'm Cody Bandura. This is The Huddle. We are community created on Shaw TV. Hi everybody, welcome back to The Huddle. I'm Cody Bandura. To my right, I have Hudson Boucha of the Beaver Brae Broncos from Kenora. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a trek from Kenora to here, right?
Yeah.
Especially in this weather.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
How old were you when you started playing football?
I was, how old was I? How old am I now, 17? Yeah, I was 13 when I started playing football.
13, really? So you haven't even been playing that long, really, necessarily?
No, I started in grade 9, so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and what position did you start out as?
I started out as outside linebacker.
Yeah, so you basically, now you're a middle linebacker, right?
Yeah.
So you just stuck in the linebacker position
Yeah, just
most
stayed
of
in
the
linebacker.
Yeah? Okay. And how did you guys' season go this year?
Our season went fairly well. We made it to semifinals this year, which is much better than we expected to do, so it was pretty good.
What were your guys' overall record?
It was, I want to say it was 8-2.
8-2, really? How many times did you guys have to travel to Winnipeg?
Probably at least 6 times.
Wow, that's pretty.
4 times, yeah, 4 to 6 times.
Wow, eh?
Yeah.
Do you have to miss school each time?
Oh yeah, all day. It's
Nothing
nice.
wrong with that,
Yeah.
right? So, what are your plans after high school? You want to continue playing football?
Yeah, I was hoping to play either year 2 of junior football and then go on and play university somewhere.
Okay. Have you got any phone calls yet from any schools, or?
No, but I haven't really tried contacting anyone yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on that soon. Yeah.
So you're going to try to play for the Winnipeg Rifles? Is that?
I was thinking about Rifles or maybe a junior team somewhere else. I don't know. Just keep my options open right now.
But you definitely want to keep playing football.
Yeah, I definitely want to keep playing.
Okay. Who's your favorite football team? Let's start with the CFL first.
In the CFL, that would be the Toronto Argonauts.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're pretty sad they didn't make it to the Grey Cup, aren't you?
Yeah, but Saskatchewan's my second favorite team, so
That's not too bad. What about the NFL?
In the NFL, it'd be the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's the defending Super Bowl champs, right?
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. That's Hudson Boucha from the Beaver Brae Broncos from Kenora. I'm Cody Bandura. This is The Huddle. We are Football Manitoba, and we're community created on Shaw TV.
We're at Dave Donaldson's Premier Football Factory at the soccer complex here at the University of Manitoba. And my guest is a guy who had tremendous numbers this year in the Winnipeg High School Football League from the Steinbach Sabres. Mackenzie, or Mac Ginter-Boyce. You like Mac better, right?
Yes.
Mac, more than 1,200 yards this year. Tell us about your season.
It was pretty good, but the main thing is that we had a lot of returning O-linemen that were outstanding. And, 90% of running is the O-line and the blockers out.
And see, it's great that you say that, because so many running backs that I know would say, I did it, me, it's all about me. But for you, it was the offensive line.
Well, it's always the offensive line. I mean, they're supposedly the most athletic players in the field and the most important position, because without an O-line, you can't do anything. Can't pass the ball, can't run the ball, so can't score points. So those guys are reason why we did.
There's a certain pro team I know that somebody might want to tell that to. Tell us about your background. Where'd you start? Why did you start? And how did you get to where you are now? That's kind of your life story.
Well, around grade 5, I decided I wanted to start playing football. So I went out, and my first year I decided, I'll try playing football. And I used to get hurt a lot every game because I wasn't used to a big contact sport. And I really loved it. And my mom didn't really want me to play at first. She was like, you're going to get hurt. But as I slowly started, I was starting out in the Eastman Raiders program. And just over the years, I gotten a lot better, moved over to running back, and my mom has grown into one of the biggest football fans ever.
Now, where did you start playing? What position?
Linebacker, actually.
You're not a very big guy for a linebacker.
I wasn't, but Eastman Raiders, we weren't a very big program. We had about 12 kids show up to practice, so we just threw players wherever we could. It was, and that's just how it's been.
But you loved it from the day you started playing.
Oh, yeah. My mom would come home, she'd be like, you're all covered in bruises. And I said, you know what? It was worth it, a lot of fun,
Tell me about the high school program you play for Coach Peters, right?
Yes, he's a fantastic coach. He's actually going to be coaching for the U18 Team Manitoba team this year. So we have a tremendous coaching staff. I noticed a big jump from club ball to high school ball with the way that things are run. Things are run a lot like this, where they have individual time, then they have one-on-one time, and just the competition and everything. Also, the camaraderie that you have with the team is a lot better with high school because you're going to school with these guys too. And it's just a lot. It's a whole lot of fun. You grow as a family, and it's just.
It is fun playing for your school, isn't it?
Oh yeah. It's just because football is one of the more. It's a very unique sport because it's just, it's just it's a lot of fun, I guess.
Tell me about where you want to take football. You're going into grade 12. Do you want to play past that?
I'll go as far as that I can. I mean, I'd love to. If I could play junior football, I'll play junior football. If I could play CIS, that'd be great because I'd love to. Mostly, I'd like to use football to pay for my education. Try to go to university. That'd be fantastic. I mean, but if high school is as far as I go for football, I'm happy with that. Then I'll see what I can do on my own for schooling. But if I could go play football past high school, I will definitely.
How's this camp been?
This camp's been wonderful. I mean. They're teaching. We got a lot of great coaches out here, guys who've been playing in pro football. The running back coach used to play for the Chicago Bears, which is actually my mom's favorite team, so I introduced her to him, so that was nice. But so a lot of fantastic coaches. We got John Mackey, who's used to play for the Bisons, won the Vanier Cup with them. Dave Donaldson played in the CFL. Lamar Griggs has played in the CFL and also in the NFL. Like, they have a lot of great coaches out here that are teaching us a lot of great things.
So you're having fun?
Oh, yeah. I mean, what would you rather be doing on your Christmas break? I'd rather be playing football than running around or just sitting at home and just watch TV or moping around, so.
Mac Ginter-Boyce, running back, Steinbach Sabres. Mac, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you too. Thanks.
When we come back, we got lots more. This is The Huddle. We are Football in Manitoba, community created on Shaw TV. Another exhausting show. I'm always exhausted after the shows.
It's pretty exhausting.
It's not as exhausting as you going out on the road the way you do.
That's not too bad, man. It's all right. It's great. This is great.
Cody Bandura, Scott Taylor. It's been a great show. Another great show this week. Kelly Butler, impressive guy.
He's unreal.
Yeah, he's unreal. It's a great program he's running with John Mackey and Donna Boyd and all the folks at MS. And I just can't wait for those football games to be played. I'm going to Brandon. I'm going to Kenora. I'll be at Investors Group Field. It's really one of the highlights of the high school football season.
I actually got to sell Kelly Butler a hot dog outside a bar with my friend once. So. Little story.
You're brushed with greatness.
Yeah, that's right.
Cody Bandura is brushed with greatness, everybody. Next week, we got another busy show, lots going on. This is The Huddle. Scott, Cody, join us again next week. We're community created on Shaw TV. We'll see you then.